Myself, Ansa, professor in physics, JAT Arts, Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon. Now, this presentation is for SYBSc class, Physics, paper first. Now, the topic is damped oscillations. Dear student, we know that the energy of the undamped oscillator is constant and proportional to the square of amplitude. But it is our common experience that when simple pendulum is set into oscillation in air, its amplitude goes on decreasing and the oscillations die out gradually because of loss of energy of the oscillator in overcoming the external resistive force. These types of oscillations are called damped oscillations. So, when an external resistive force due to air or medium acts on an oscillator, the motion of the oscillator is reduced and the oscillations are called damped oscillation. The external resistive force, also called damping force, is proportional to the velocity of an oscillator. Thus, in external resistive medium, two forces are acting on the oscillator. First one is restoring force, which is proportional to the displacement, and the second damping force proportional to the velocity. So we have restoring force is directly proportional to x, where x is displacement, and resistive force is directly proportional to dx by dt, where dx by dt is velocity. Therefore, the restoring force is equal to minus kx, where k is constant of proportionality and negative sign indicate that restoring force and displacement both are oppositely directed. Similarly, resistive force is equal to minus r dx by dt, where r is a constant of proportionality, which is the ratio of damping force per unit velocity, and negative sign indicate that resistive force and velocity are oppositely directed. Therefore, the total force acting on the oscillator is F is equal to minus kx minus r dx by dt. But according to Newton's second law, force F is equal to m into d square x by dt square, where d square x by dt square is acceleration. Therefore, comparing above two equations, we get m d square x by dt square is equal to minus kx minus r dx by dt. Now, rearranging this equation, we get m d square x by dt square plus r dx by dt plus kx is equal to 0. This is second order because the highest derivative is 2. Homogeneous because each term contains dependent variable and its derivative, and linear because dependent variable and its derivative appear in the first power and no product term of dependent variable and its derivatives occur in the equation. Now we have to obtain the solution of this damped equation. Let us assume that the solution of this equation of a type x is equal to a e raised to alpha t, where a and alpha are constant which are to be determined. So, differentiating this equation, we get dx by dt is equal to a alpha e raised to alpha t. Again differentiating with respect to t, we get d square x by dt square is equal to a alpha as it is. Differentiation of e raised to alpha, that is e raised to alpha into alpha. Therefore, it is equal to a alpha square e raised to alpha t. Using these values in above equation, we get m a square m a alpha square e raised to alpha t plus r a alpha e raised to alpha t plus k a e raised to alpha t is equal to 0. Simplifying this equation, we get m alpha square plus r alpha plus k is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. In alpha we get two values of alpha, which are alpha is equal to minus r plus under root r square minus 4mk divided by 2m, and minus r minus under root r square minus 4mk divided by 2m, or alpha is equal to minus r by 2m plus under root r square divided by 4m square minus k by m, and alpha 2 is equal to minus r by 2m minus under root r square divided by 4m square minus k by m. Thus main equation has two independent variables, e raised to alpha 1 t and e raised to alpha 2 t, and the general solution of that equation is a linear combination of these two solutions, that is x is equal to a1 e raised to alpha 1 t and plus a2 e raised to alpha 2 t. Substituting the values of alpha 1 and alpha 2, we get x is equal to a1 e raised to minus r by 2m plus under root r square divided by 4m square minus k by m into t plus a2 exponential minus r divided by 2m minus under root r square divided by 4m square minus k by m into t, where a1 and a2 are arbitrary constant and their values can be determined. Now this is the solution of damped oscillatory motion. From this equation, three different cases arise. First one is over damped motion, second one is under damped motion, and the third one is damped oscillatory motion, which we have to study later.